Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider, playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, I just wanted to give you some information. People, I get a lot of questions. Ransom, what are your favorite weapons? Well, I'm going to share with you my most used weapons. Now, there's other videos for kinetic and power, but in this video, I'm going to be just giving you the numbers on my energy weapons. And these are often a surprise to me, Guardians. I look at these and I'm like, wow, did I use that weapon that often? Did I take down that many enemies of humanity with that weapon? Because these list my top kinetic energy and power weapons based on kills according to our information. They're not necessarily my favorite weapons, but you could make a case and say, no, Ransom, if you killed the most with that weapon, then that was your favorite weapon. In some cases, yes, that's true. In other cases, I'm simply surprised at how high the numbers got up because I didn't realize I used it that often. Now, these are my energy weapons, and here are the top five. Number five, and this was a surprise to me, Guardians. Number five, and stick around, I'm going to give you number one. But number five was Riskrunner, the exotic, and I've killed 23,640 with Riskrunner. That was a shock to me. The only thing I can think of is I used it heavily on Mars during escalation protocols, and I ran a lot of escalation protocols. That has to be where those kills came from because that was the one period in the game when Mars was very active where I remember using Riskrunner. Now, number four for me is Gnawing Hunger. My total on that is 33,443. Guardians, I still have Gnawing Hunger in. I still have it in my vault. I pull Gnawing Hunger out quite often. Uh, it's just a good weapon, and if I was restricted about how many weapons I could carry, I would have to say that I would keep Gnawing Hunger basically always. I don't know that I would leave if they told me you need 5 weapons or 8 weapons that were going to stay with you. I think Gnawing Hunger would just be in that group of weapons where I would never leave the tower without it. And I do still have it in my collections. Fantastic weapon. I can't say enough good about it. It definitely, there will be another video ranking my favorite weapons. Gnawing Hunger will be on that. Look for that video. It's separate from these that are ranked strictly by the number of kills. Now, number three for me is Vex Mythoclast. And I keep it in the vault. A lot of people would say Vex Mytholast because it does seem like it can be very difficult for some people to get it. I know there are people in the clan, people that I play with, that it really took them a long time, a lot of Vault of Glass runs to get this weapon. And then, you need to get that catalyst for it. But I do say I really like it. It's always been a phenomenal weapon. It was nerfed, but still, excellent weapon. I liked it. I'm surprised that I had almost 35,000 kills with it, 34,916. And that will rise because, I will pull this out again and it will be used again. Now, number two for me is it's another exotic. And a lot of you probably have used it. You were thrilled when you got it. For me, Guardians, this came about when this launched in game. It dropped for me the very first day. It was part of all of 8 of 1's forges, the Black Armory. The forge where you got it was in the EDZ. It was difficult. I was underpowered, but I was lucky enough when we finished it, and I think it was timed. You had to get it within a certain time. This is the first thing that dropped. So I used it for a very long time when it was at full power, full tracking, prior to it ever being nerfed. I have 37,407 kills with Jotunn, and I like it. I really like it. It's not my top choice now. I don't know that it would make my favorite list, but is it powerful? Is it good? Is it used by many Guardians? Absolutely. And it's my number two. Now, thank you for hanging out to the end. My number one energy weapon is Trinity Ghoul. And Trinity Ghoul Guardians, a powerhouse. A powerhouse. I don't, on my three characters, I have, Titan, Warlock, Hunter. I use all three. I do not leave the tower without Trinity Ghoul being in my collection at hand where I can just pull it immediately and use it. It's always with me. If I had 5 weapons or even 3 weapons that I could only take with me, Trinity Ghoul would always be one of those. I have 68,393 kills with Trinity Ghoul, and that will continue to go because I use this steel constantly. It's just too good to be ignored. And Guardians, that's my energy weapons. It's a fun bunch. Gnawing Hunger definitely is the one non-exotic, so that's kind of a surprise. But I will later make my list of my favorite weapons. Trinity Ghoul, I'm sure, will be in there, but it'll be interesting to see what I list as my actual favorite weapons, not based on kills, but just what I enjoy using. I'm Ransom Rider, and these have been my top killing energy weapons. When I go out to push back the darkness, these weapons have done the most damage. Riskrunner, Gnawing Hunger, Vex Mythoclast, Jotunn, and Trinity Ghoul. Join me, Guardians, in the future. Let's hang out together and let's push back the darkness. I'm Ransom Rider, and I look forward to seeing you in game very soon. Bye. Bye.